Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachal Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here pushing this truth and sincerity. The water for what you do, all right? The water for teaching us is truth, all right? We appreciate you through the spirit, and we love you. Shalom. It's your brother Dawud Dad here, all right, from GMS, which is Great Millstone, all right, which are the true leaders of the earth, all right, of Israel, all right, you know, and if you're out there teaching the likewise doctrine, you know, peace and salutations to you as well, all right. This lesson is going to be about studying, you know, I try to study every day. It's good to look into different words and stuff like that, you know, because we'll get some scriptures now. Actually, studying is key, man. Listen, if you want to get anywhere with anything, you got to study, you got to practice. The more you do one thing, you get better at it. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to take a rest, like a small brief rest, and it helps kind of you know, rewire your brain so that the things that you've learned, you know, you can kind of you know, like when you work out a muscle, you know what I'm saying? Because your brain is like a muscle, man. Well, it is a muscle. When you work out a muscle, you need rest time too, you know, for you to kind of for your muscle to gain the results from the workout come from the muscles. I mean, from the rest, you know. Same thing when you're studying. You know, you study, you know, you don't have to go crazy. Just study, you know, maybe a couple chapters a day. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that way, because sometimes when I study a lot, you know, I get in this mind frame of just studying, and you're not really taking in everything that you're reading, you know. So but still, studying is key, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to help you in this journey, you know. If you're a new brother coming in, study a couple chapters a day, you know what I'm saying, of a book, even one chapter a day, you know what I'm saying, to get you started, you know, gradually, so you can gradually. I don't know why my brain just got caught up on that word, but you know, so you can gradually increase, man. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. But you know, so basically we're gonna go into studying and how studying is gonna help you do what you need to do as far as gathering fruit. Studying is gonna help you if you have a scoffer come up and you know even deal in the world, man. Even in the world, you know, you studying because you might have wicked people amongst your family, or people that want to learn amongst your family. You might have friends that might ask you questions, and you have to be willing and readily able to, because you have a responsibility. All right, the word responsibility comes from response and ability. So you have the ability to respond. All right. And if people are asking you questions, you have a responsibility to answer these questions. And if you get caught up and you're not answering these questions, obviously you're not reading. Obviously you're not studying. All right. Even going to the videos helps me tremendously. Going to videos of the apostles and the elders and other Akim out there pushing this truth. Just like watching those videos, you might watch one video 50 times, you know what I'm saying, to get edified. You know? Brothers are putting in his work. So first scripture I like to get is 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, study to shew thyself approved. All right, you're going to study to show yourself approved to anybody. All right, whether it be men in the Lord or whether it be a 2/3 nigga, Edomite. You studying is going to make you sharp as iron. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, you know. So talk to other brothers, you know what I'm saying? Ask questions. It says 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. A workman that needed not to be ashamed. All right. So don't be ashamed. Hey, listen, knowing this truth, it's a beautiful thing. Studying this word, you'd be surprised how many people are surprised or are astonished that you know these things, man. You know, and they always ask you, how do you know these things? I'd be like, hey man, my apostles and my elders and my brothers, man, they taught me this through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. They taught me this, and I'm able to read on my own and get a foundation of what it is that I'm learning and that I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? They always want to know these things. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody comes up and tell you you're lying, scriptures tell you to prove all things. And in 2 Timothy 2:15 right here, it says so you could rightly dividing the word of truth rightly. All right, so you bringing out historical events, you know, a lot of history, and most and foremost, these scriptures, they ain't got shit to say after that, man. You know, so we're gonna bust out a chapter, all right, because Ephesians chapter 4 is a really good chapter that talks about you know, doing this work and studying, man, so you can be edified, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can do edifying. So you can, you know, be edifying amongst the you know, amongst the brothers, amongst the congregation, edifying to whoever this word should be for, it may be for. All right. So it's Ephesians chapter 4 verse 1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. All right. So basically, you know, I believe this is Paul speaking, and he said, I beseech you that ye walk worthy of vocation wherewith ye are called. So us brothers trying to come into this truth, and we feel like we're called from the Spirit. What are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be studying, man, so that we can show ourselves worthy. All right. With all lowliness and meekness, humble, you know. You learn this truth, man. You're not to get, you know, if you know a couple scriptures, you know a little bit about history and stuff like that, you start getting a little, you know, a little bit more powerful in these scriptures, and you know, you're able to cut people up. You know what I'm saying? You are still to be humble at all times, man. You're to deal with things as they come. You know, it's called calibration. Every time something comes to you, you're able to deal with it. You're able to calibrate. All right, but you're not to be, you're still to be humble. It says be lowly in meekness, with all lowliness and meekness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get upset. You know what I'm saying? But the prophets and Yahweh Shai got upset. He whipped people with scourges, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you tell somebody and you are being lowly and you're being meek, and they just continue to scoff and make fun of you and talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know, you're going to stop being, because, hey, Proverbs 11:1 says a false balance is an abomination to the Heavenly Father. So if someone's coming at you, scoffing you, and they look like they're trying to fight you or anything like that, and you're like, no, like, you're still being low and you're still being meek at that point. That's not a righteous balance, all right? A false balance is an abomination, Proverbs 11:1. So you have to have a balance. Just because somebody might scoff at us and we get angry at them, doesn't mean we're not being lowly and meek. You know what I'm saying? We still being that way, but we're showing you we're giving to you what you're giving to us. All right? You know, as the scriptures say, an eye for an eye, man. All right? So verse 2, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, all right? Long suffering, meaning patience, forbearing one another in love, all right? So we got to love one another. And endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace, all right? And you know what endeavoring is. When you endeavor into something, you put, it's like a, you know, you're looking into it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, yeah, let me see if I can get that really quick. Let's look up the word endeavor or endeavoring. Endeavoring. Endeavor says to try hard to do or achieve something. All right. He is endeavoring to help the third world. All right. So, yeah, when it says endeavoring here, to keep the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. All right. And it's going to go on to tell you what you're to endeavor into. All right. Verse 4 says, there is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. So you're to endeavor, all right? You're to search out the scriptures, man. You're to search out the brotherhood, all right? You just search out the spirit. It's one, man. All one. You're to endeavor into this. Verse 5. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one power, and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. All right? So when we study, it's gonna be inside of us, that spirit, man. We're gonna know what to say. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Mashiach. Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach, all right, which is Yahweh Shai. So hey man, we do this studying so we can edify the ministry, so we can edify the brothers, and they can get edified and they can go out and edify. You know what I'm saying? Because this is one body, man. It's all working to accordance, all right? So that way we can awake, we can seal the elect and get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 13, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of power, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahweh Shai. So they go back to 2 and 15, study to show yourself approved, so you can rightly divide the word of truth. All right, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge. You have to study to get this knowledge, man, of the Son of power, unto a perfect man. All right, so you can rightly divide the word of truth, a perfect man. Now we all know that we're not perfect, but if you study, you're gonna come with that assumption that you are perfect. You don't have to say you're perfect, you know what I'm saying, because none of us are perfect. But when a scoffer comes up and you're able to cut him, all right, when somebody is coming up sincerely asking questions and you're able to edify him with this knowledge of power, because it is knowledge of power, unto a perfect man, you should measure up as, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahweh Shai. All right, so he taught us these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Spirit taught apostles and elders. All right, and apostles and elders taught me and the other Akim out there. All right, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing in this world, you know, the way, just like a chicken with its head cut off, just running around to and fro, and carried about with ever wind of doctrine. Yeah, looking into all different faiths, not knowing what's going on, trying to get into Buddhism, trying to get into Islamic, to Islam, trying to get into Roman Catholicism, Christianity, all these different doctrines, man. You know, but if you study, show yourself approved, you will see that their ways are false. All right, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive. So if you learn, there's no way these men could come up to you and toss you to and fro like a child. You know, because that's what you're able to do to a child, man. All right. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Mashiach, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working and the measure of every part maketh a crease of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. All right, and you're to love this truth, man. When you get into this truth, man, you're reading and stuff like that, you know, every brother does his part. All right, every brother does his part, whether you're holding signs, you're holding posts, you're speaking, you're edifying, getting waters for brothers and serving brothers, you know what I'm saying, going to the store and grabbing waters. We're all a piece to this puzzle, man. We're all part of the body, man. Everybody, whether you're one little eyelash on the body, you know what I'm saying, you are very important. All right, because there's one body unto the edifying of itself in love. All right. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles, walk in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. God, they don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, just dance. Hey, you can dance around these dudes, man. The scriptures tell you to be wise as a serpent, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you're going to do it with this word. That's what you're going to do. All right? Who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, Salakia, I don't really know that word, to work all uncleanliness with greediness. Yeah. I gotta look that word up. But they give their they give themselves over to uncleanliness and greediness, man. And that sounds like a lot of these pastors out there. That sounds like a lot of these bishops out there, these priests, these wicked, these niggas who call themselves black Hebrew Israelites. That sound like y'all, man. Y'all, all they want is money. You know what I'm saying? And they teach some things. They teach that so-called black Native Americans and Latino men and women are the Hebrew Israelites. Pretty much the whole world knows that already by now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, keep pushing it. But you don't teach in the name, all right? That's the most important thing is the name, because you got to have faith in the name. So if you're not teaching the name, then you're going off, man. All right? Because you have to have faith that this world is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear weapons and Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately. And if you call up, you need to call upon that name, man. You got to call upon that name. So when the shit is all hell breaking loose, the spirit, Yahweh Shai can save you. So you need to teach the name. So if you're not teaching the name, you're going off. All right? If you study to show yourself approved, you will see that Yahweh Shai is his name. You will see that Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. If you study to show yourself approved, man. All right? And become one body, man. All Israel needs to be one body, man. But you can't do that. All right? It says, but ye have not so learned Hamashiach. Yeah, you haven't. You haven't learned. You haven't studied, man. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai. All right, so the truth is in him. So if you've been taught and learned by him, you're going to speak the likewise doctrine. That ye, and he spoke prophecy, man. He had a spirit of prophecy, man. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts. You got to put the world aside, man, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. All right, the spirit of your mind. You need to be renewed. The more you study, the more you hang out with brothers that are teaching this truth and learn, the more you put off the worldly things and you start getting to spiritual things, man. All right, and be renewed. All right, in the spirit of your mind. So now you know a little something. Now you can actually edify and teach. You know what I'm saying? And that ye, and with lowliness and meekness, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. See, this is why you need to study, so you can actually teach other brothers, man. So you can teach somebody just like, curious and wants to, and they hear and they're like, yo, I want to know more, because this sounds about right. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Be ye angry and sin not. Why would the scriptures tell you to be angry but not the sun? You know what I'm saying? Because once you study, you find out what's going on in this world, that the so-called white man is the wicked, man. All right, these other nations have been hand in hand with the so-called white man for your downfall. You start learning that drugs and guns and different things like that were implemented into your communities to help you destroy yourself. All right, so you can have so-called black on black crime, so you can have the lowest form of the lowest standard statistics in education, but a high statistic in being niggas that's locked up, all right, and going to jail for life and becoming drug dealers and dying of lots of heart diseases, cancers, and diabetes, because you're not in a spirit, you're not in a new spiritual mind. You're not a renewed man. You're still that old man because you're doing the same things, constantly, continually. That's why so-called blacks, Native American, and Latino men and women die early of age, go to jail more, commit more crimes and stuff like that, because we're going off. We're not supposed to be doing the things we're doing. But who implemented these things into our communities? The so-called white man. All right. Once you study, you actually see that they're the ones behind this shit. And then you become angry, but it tells you not to sin, because we have to wait upon the Lord. And when the Lord Yahweh Shai comes back to deliver us, then we Abarat the Zama, we are part of that number. When he comes back to deliver his elect and set up the kingdom. And when we have the kingdom back, we're gonna be renewed. We're gonna be fine, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have everything in our heads. We're not gonna mess up anymore. Proverbs 29:2, I believe, says when the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be happy. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people shall mourn. The people mourn. And they will, and they do mourn. The people mourn because the so-called white man is in authority right now, man. All right. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. He made himself look like, he called himself Jesus Christ, and took down the images of who we call who is Yahweh Shai, and the saints, King James, King David, they took all the judges of the earth and whitewashed them, make them look like so-called white men, when they really are not. The Bible does not say that. All right. Plenty of scriptures in here that the so-called black man, that all the prophets, all right, all the leaders of the earth, and all the men written in this Bible are so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latino men and women. All right, just an abundance of scriptures. All right, so there's no debunking this. You can't debunk the truth that's out there. All right, it says, "Be ye angry and sin not." All right, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. That's why it tells you to be angry, but it tells you to sin not, man. So learning this truth, you're gonna get angry. You're gonna be like, yo, these devils, man, But it tells you to sin not, because we got to wait. All right, Salakia. All right, neither give place to the devil. That's plain. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. So when you come into this truth, man, you know better than be going out there and becoming a thief, selling drugs, committing adultery, which means having sex with other men's women. And you women having sex with other men when you know you got a man. We're not to be living like this no more, man. Giving our bodies over to getting tattoos, getting shape-ups, line-ups, eating pork and shrimp, lobsters, crabs, scallops and shit, and all these abominable things. We got to get right, man. You study, man, you'll see these things, that your life will be much better, Verse 29, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. All right, because after you learn this truth, man, you no longer can you say, well, the Lord knows my heart, so he knows I'm good, and you still eating pork and shit. You know what I'm saying? You still smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying. That's why you study, because now you study and you reading the scriptures, and somebody has a problem or a question, you can handle it with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And other accounts of historical events and history, man. You know what I'm saying? That it may minister grace unto the hearers. You know what I'm saying? So now when they come into this truth, they have grace again, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't hear this truth, but by now everybody's heard this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? If you hear this truth and you're not supposed to do something, don't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. All right? Trust me, it's gonna work out a lot better for you if you. Hey, I know I ain't supposed to be committing adultery. Let me not do that. Go out and, so what if you can't fuck that chick because she got a man? You know what I'm saying? There's women outnumber us in this world. Go out and get another one. All right. Verse 30, and grieve not the Holy Spirit of Yahweh, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. All right. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. All right. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Yahweh, for Yahweh's sake, hath forgiven you. All right. So you are to love your brother. You are to love thy neighbor. And we're only talking about the elect. All right. Only men that are laboring this truth. And hey, they offend you. You know, let them know, brother. Hey, you offended me, man. You know, let's work things out, man. You to love one another, man. You know, open doors for your brothers, man. You know, feed your brothers, man. You know, come out of pocket for your brothers, man. Get the shirt off your back, literally, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachel Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out here pushing this truth and sincerity. Right? The water for what you do, the water for teaching us this truth. We appreciate you through the spirit. We love you. Shalom.